But there you have the replay. Anika is in front by about 3 parts of a length. Marcelito comes under pressure as they take the turn. The one who's moving in between runners there is Tahoe, who still has about 5 lengths to find. As they enter the home straight, Anika finds herself in front, about 4 clear, and the challengers are not really gaining on her. The one who made some move there was Tahoe, then he had Sun Kingdom, but into the last 200 meters, you can say the winner was spotted long way from home because Anika was really pulling further and further away. She won as she likes, about 5 clear. That completes winner for the connection. That's Javed Khan and R.S. Bhatti. Tahoe finished on second. We will hand it over to the judges' box for the official placings for the opening race of the afternoon, the Fly Like the Wind handicap. At this juncture, we got Cliffs of Capri, who's making the pace with Sheer Force tracking the early pace. On the outside, there is a Foolproof, Scarlet Witch. Exotic Queen is in box seat. Mogul looks to be being ridden along as they enter the home straight, but as it gets the opening, it's taken wide of the track. Exotic Queen gets the inside run, but Mogul, when asked for an effort, just look at the acceleration that Mogul shows. Goes away from this field in a strife and is actually not slowing down as they reach this winning post. Mogul wins by a widening margin. Exotic Queen will live to fight another day, finishes on second. Namiki is the one who's for your notebook, finished on late, perhaps needed this run. There you have the replay on your screen at this juncture. Divine Chakra is making the pace. The eventual winner, Grammy, is almost last, has only one behind, that's Lamarck. Top Notch, who travel into the race wide of the track as they enter the home straight. Shivalik Gold, who's going for a third timer, is under the whip and bridge too far perhaps for Shivalik Gold now. Day Night Mysore is poised to strike, and Agrami comes around the field on the outside, and Top Notch also weaves a passes down the center. At this juncture, Day Night Mysore makes the first move. Top Notch takes over the running in a triumph. On the outside, moving all the time, there is Agrami, who's under some urging, but into the last 200, Agrami really developed a wing and got through and took charge into the last 100 and drew away from the field. Top Notch held on for second. Shamshi Sood, I think, got third. We will hand it over to the judges' box for the placings for the Kariba handicap.
To go past the 600 meters, it's Erica Legend enjoying the lead in front. Sea of Cortez ranging up on the outside with Sujit Kumar Paswan. Silver Bracelet also looking for a run down the inside. We've got Malwa who's already off the bit. So we come into the straight. Erica Legend shot his bowl there. Sea of Cortez comes on the outside and takes over the running. With Silver Bracelet getting a lovely run down the inside, a dream run. And we see on the wide outside, Reno Star, that time the jockey working on him. But by the time you see the last furlong, Sea of Cortez had the upper hand on Silver Bracelet. And the Silver Bracelet came very fast at the finish. It was very, very close call to call. And Reno Star finished up very, very fast on the outside with an eye-catching third.
As you see the replay here of Consigliere past the 600, brings them into the straight. Traveling about 3 deep, there was Awesome One. Between horses was Violin. And Shivans, like I said, was the double handful. And as they switched out and they asked, when R.S. Bhatti asked him for his effort, he suddenly dashes out to the outside fence. Bhatti there had to make some corrections as he got to that outside fence, but once he got him to go straight on an even keel, he went on and pretty much dominated it from the outside. I think Violin has stayed on to run second from Rainbow Trout, and Awesome One fading to finish fourth. So that's how they finish in the Mayfowl Cup. Here 600 to run. C.S. Joda here presses the button on Camila. She takes over the running. Sandesh has to cover a lot of ground, about 6 deep on Scruple. She comes up and takes over the running by about half a length to a length on Camila. Delphini between horses is plodding around in third place, and Euphrates on the inside. Sandesh here goes for home at 200 to run, at about a length and a half, 2 lengths good of Camila. C.S. Joda gets down to business, 2 cracks with the whip, and she responds wonderfully and gets Scruples on the outside with the last 50 meters of the race. So wonderful performance here by Camila, the property of Mr. Jeffrey Nagpal and Mrs. Sharon Nagpal. This is Rodrigo Corner out of My Lakshmi filly.
As we see the field approaching the 600 meters, it's Suestado in front, Ansigar pressing him always on the outside, and on the outside of Ansigar trying to make a run was Southern Light, and you'd see Basharat behind Southern Light, and tracking Basharat was all the time was Third Avenue. The field comes into view into the straight. It's Suestado still holding that advantage of a length in front of Ansigar, always in chase. On the outside of Ansigar, you see Basharat coming and taking over the running. And in a sudden flash, you see P.S. Chauhan pull out the whip and give Third Avenue 2 cracks, and then just instant response for him. And then there was just smooth sailing, and he just won this race very, very comfortably at the end. So it was a good win for Third Avenue. Second was Basharat. Third was the Indicator.